Dingus fucking Joe. 2-time winner of JTS? 3-time winner?
Yeah, 3-time.
3-time winner of JTS. How does it feel, man?
Pretty good. Feels like It feels good.
It feels good?
It feels good. It feels good. That's it.
Tell me about your day today. How'd you, anything you played?
Definitely one of the funnest tournaments I've had in a while.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I just had a ton of fun today.
Yeah, good.
I also got to play like my funnest matchups. Like they were all good matchups for me. They're all just like Donkey Kong and Falcon. Like
Okay.
Donkey Kong's kind of even, but
Yeah, I can see it. Because, like, what, he died at, like, 50?
yeah.
So-
But
But then he dies at, what, like 40 to a 9?
yeah. And I can keep him out with bacon. So
True. So,
um,
let me see here. I just kind of want to look at the bracket, actually, see who all you played. Because I know it was Grabon, I know it was Sub, I know it was Z-Man, but also Keo Vash, right?
yeah, I was scared because anytime you run into a Sonic in bracket, it is terrifying as a Game & Watch.
Yes, I remember you looked over to me and you said, "I'm gonna fucking die" or something like
Yeah,
that. I forget what you said.
I was like, I'm not gonna win.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I don't know, man. Have some confidence. And here you are. You basically swept the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't lose a game up until Grabon. Both games with Grabon went to Game 5, right?
Yeah, it's crazy that you let a PR'd player play at JTS today.
Sus. No, unfortunate that you couldn't make it on. I
Yeah,
was rooting for you. You're PR'd in my heart. That's for sure.
It's whatever. I was just unlucky with like everyone else. Like a ton of other people did really well this season. So
Well, you'll hear it here first. Dingus, I'm going to post it tonight, so the people online aren't going to know about this until after. But congratulations, you are actually, hold on, everyone, real quick. So we're going to post the PR image tonight. How many of us are upset that Dingus Joe didn't make the MDVA PR?
All of us!
Okay, hold on. Hey, whoa. And that's understandable, man. Sometimes it's political. Sometimes things happen.
Justice for Dingus!
Hold up. I just want to announce that Dingus Joe is our first place on the JTS PR. Man, shut up, Dinner. Don't boo your own crewmate. You're a bitch. Anyway, Dingus, how's that feel, man?
awesome. I mean, that feels great. Especially since like I couldn't make it on the MDVA PR. Like this is like almost as awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
and there's gonna be a graphic, and
Yeah.
I can say to my friends, I'm ranked in JTS.
Yeah, so Nature did the graphic. I'm pretty sure he's done with it. I have it on the computer. I just don't know if he wants me to post it yet. So, no, it's funny. I want to ask you about this because you are now the TO of RGE, right?
Yeah, randomly generated events.
Talk about that for a little bit.
Like I saw how many locals VA had, and I was like, you know what, we need to get some more in Maryland, because it's like 3-1, and then we have this bi-weekly.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, I need to start something up. There's a game store right down the street. Let's do it. Unfortunately, it's kind of small, so like we can only have like 32 people in the building.
But I mean,
But-
even so, today we had 30 people. That's still a good
Yeah,
turnout.
definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be every week. Doors open at 5, starts at 7, that
Good.
sort of thing.
Y'all gotta come out to that.
Yeah,
For real.
please. It'll be on the MDVA Facebook and all that.
Only reason I'm not is because sometimes work just kind of kicks me in the ass. Sometimes sometimes I just can't do it. you know?
Happens to the best of us. But
That's really good, man.
yeah, trying to grow the scene. Even though the scene in MDVA is like huge, but like
Well, actually, it's funny. I wanted to know your opinion on this. So, you take Smash 4 MDVA at its beginning, right? How people always made the complaint, it's basically a Xanadu PR, because look at all the players who are doing well at Xanadu. It's hard for Virginia players to get on, because, the Virginia players have to make the 2.5-hour trek out. Well, then they do it, and now Virginia players get put on the map. Now it's more important when you win against a Virginia player. Now the Maryland players, now it's come full circle, and we are now in an existence where, more than 75% of the PR is VA, and now it's now the shoes on the other foot. Now the Maryland people have to go to VA, or at least fight the VA people to get the spotlight. I think it kind of becomes harder for the Maryland people because
So
we got you, right?
Mhm.
We got Seagull and ZD, who, like, as far as the people who come to the other events besides Xanadu and Maryland, it really is just Seagull and ZD.
Mhm.
And we got some other fantastic players in Maryland. We got
and Dexter and Pink.
Dexter too. You're right. Completely forgot about him. And I guess Logic sort of too.
And Pink.
And does Pink go to other things besides Xanadu?
I guess not really.
Yeah.
But,
So like, you got so many other good players.
Mhm.
Like Poseidon, Jay, you, Sub. Just to name a few that like I think people are a little more familiar with. And some other good, like really good players like Z-Man comes to mind too. But it's like those players, it's so much harder for them to get highlighted because there's so few events in Maryland. I love what you're doing with RGE. I think that's such a good move because the more people coming out to that,
Yeah, I really think we need it.
It's easier to highlight the Maryland players.
It just the only thing that stinks is that it's on Thursdays, which is the same day as the cave, which is a little unfortunate. Actually, I was talking. Who was I talking to? Oh, it was a Game and Watch from New York. I forget, or I don't know. It was some Game
It
and
was a
Watch.
germ, was it?
No, and like we were talking about how New York has, like it has two regions just in the
Yeah.
state alone,
Okay.
and they have tri-state, and then they also have
What is it,
upstate.
Like, upstate? No, like Rhode
Yeah.
Island?
Yeah, and like we're two states. Like
We
we're
are
like
one region.
we're the only region that's two states.
Thank you. I was
And-
just saying this to people yesterday. Why? Right?
And yeah, and why? And like before, it was kind of more connected because there were less tournaments, so people would make the trek out to Xanadu. Like Virginia people would make the trek out to Xanadu, which sucked. I mean, it did suck, but that's all we got. Now we have enough tournaments that we could honestly make each state their own region.
Yes.
So
Mikey, I was talking about this with Sunfish, Nature, and Rags, and some other people in SL about it too. It's like ideally you look at because there's some other places too that don't get a lot of spotlight. I think DC and West Virginia come to mind that are still in that area. Realistically, I think you could have Maryland be its own region and like Nova/DC/West Virginia be its own, and Sova be its own as well. I mean, don't some of the other Sova tournaments even have their own PR?
So
'Cause that's how a lot of people heard about like Hero and I think Phoenix like before the Arcadium when they had a good like blowout performance. I totally agree with that though. That's crazy. You like read my mind.
or maybe we don't have to like, maybe we could have like sub-regions, like
Yeah.
Sova exists, and that we could just do like Maryland PR and Virginia PR
Yeah,
or something like that. I
I don't
know.
disagree with that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, like I'm not. I always had in the back of my mind that entire season that like I wasn't gonna make it, regardless of how well I was doing.
Too hard on
And
yourself, man.
well, because I was seeing like how well the other people were doing.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Like it wasn't because I wasn't doing well enough. It was because like other people were doing really well. So I was like, you know what? If Archie gets the 20th spot, I'll be fine with that because I know I'd take 21st. But then I saw him get 19th, and I was like, But Ash 23 still got 6 PR wins. So like,
Yeah. Do you think that? Because I know you went to the cave like once that season, right? Or was it the season before?
yeah, once.
Okay. Do you think that because I'll count that as like the anomaly one, like it wasn't regular enough to really hold much weight. Because did you beat anyone there? The notable?
Not really. I got what I was seeded, and it was 4th. So
Okay. Do you think that if more of those Virginia players, or more of those PR players, or even like notable players, the kind of wins that like they look at, do you think if some of those players existed in the Maryland scene, kind of in your area, do you think you could have accrued more PR wins?
yeah, probably. I mean, like if like say if we had, like I never get to play the bottom 20, and if you look at it, like I think there are a few exceptions like Viceroy and Pootie Tang. Or is Pootie Tang?
Who do you think's there? He's. Well, I don't know. What do you mean by bottom 20?
Or bottom half of the 20.
He's in the bottom half. I think he's 12.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I played. So I only played 4 bottom half PR members the entire season, I think. And that was Pootie Tang, Viceroy, Iota, and FOE.
Okay.
I beat Iota and FOE, lost to Viceroy and Pootie Tang. So, and then out of the top 10, like I played, ZD or Dexter, Pink or Seagull like every week. So, Yeah, I played way more of the top 10 than the bottom 10.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's so true. Like, hold on. Out of the Maryland PR, you got Seagull, ZD, Dex, Pink, and who am I missing?
Who else did I play?
They're Maryland. Like, I know we have another Maryland player in our PR right now.
Did you say Dexter yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'd have to look at the
Same.
thing.
And the graphics so hard to look at too. But,
Yeah.
It's so busy.
Did you say
no.
Waddy?
What's up?
Did you say Waddy?
Why does that Maryland?
Oh, well, yeah, but he comes to Xanadu enough.
I guess that's fair. But like,
Yeah.
it's funny how much of the top 10, like 4 out of 5 of the Maryland, if not all 5, and I'm forgetting the 5th, are Maryland of that top 10. You know, so it makes it harder for those Maryland players because it's like their population of people who are like supposedly quote unquote leagues above them, you know. Whereas the Virginia PR are kind of more surmountable wins that they could have, you know, like you're talking about, like the FOEs, like the Viceroys, I guess like the Archies, things like that, you know. And I guess like things like that, it's just kind of a, I don't know. I guess the best way to put it is the shoes on the other foot now.
Yeah.
And I think it's
I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like, the PR isn't, it doesn't, to some, like, in other states, like, it doesn't matter to other people. So, like, people will play me, like, whenever, like, I'm on Discord chats playing with people, in other states, they know I'm solid.
Yeah, of course.
They'll play me and be like, oh, you're pretty good. I've actually had, like, a couple times where people were asking me, like, where are you ranked? And I'm like, I'm not ranked. And they're like, what, really? And
I think for the most part, all the players who are, I'll say, eligible for PR will let their play speak for themselves. And that's one important thing to keep in mind. Like, yeah, the placings are arbitrary. It's nice to highlight those players who are doing well, but you can never highlight every player who's supposed to do well.
Yeah.
Or who did well the way you're supposed to. But I'm happy for you that you're able to, that you're still getting the kind of recognition and the spotlight that you deserve, because you're a damn good player. You know, you always show up here, you're always showing up at Xanadu, you're always 9ing people. It's great, it's hilarious.
Yeah, totally skill.
Totally skill.
I think I got 6 9s today,
What the fuck?
just in singles.
Why?
Because Game & Watch was angry I didn't get on the PR. He's like, this is BS. Let me 9 some people. I'm angry.
All right, I guess that's how it works.
We have a connection, me and Game & Watch.
It's like a bond. It's like a soul bond.
It's a soul bond. We're the same being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're a pretty skinny guy. He's a pretty skinny guy.
Yeah.
Dingus, you got anything you want to say to the people?
I guess for all the players that are like just starting out or don't have much confidence or just are having trouble with the competitive scene, you're not as far behind as you think. Like like when I first started, I was extremely intimidated of like every player. Like I was like, oh my god, these people play at Xanadu regularly. They're so good. But as I started to play, I realized that I'm not that far behind. I just need to, put my mind to it, practice a little, and I can be up there with the greats.
Yep.
Regardless of what character you play. This game is very balanced. It's more of mind games than anything. Like, there are some really bad matchups, but, like, other than, like, those few exceptions, like, you can beat anybody with any character.
Good.
So.
Even Ganon Bayo?
Even Ganon Bayo.
Even Ganon Bayo.
Yeah. It can happen.
Good.
It can happen.
That's a good message, Dingus. Dingus, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for having fun.
It was so much fun.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
My favorite part, before I go.
Yeah.
When we were playing doubles, I was teaming with Z-Man. He asked for help, and he was witch timed.
This was when me and
when we were
King were playing.
Yeah. So I run up, and I toot him.
In which time?
In witch time, and he dies. And we just all laughed. I mean, moments like that are always so funny. We still won.
I'm mad. I couldn't. I'm mad. You 2v1'd us. I hate you, Dingus. Never mind.
Game Watch is a really good 2v1 character.
Is he?
Yeah, I think so, at least. Okay. I think so.
I don't know. I don't know how to do doubles. Me and Booty King weren't clicking. Maybe next time. I don't know.
You got this.
All right, Dingus. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for having fun.
It was a whole lot of fun.
Peace, y'all.